You've probably heard someone say, go to college, get a degree, become a doctor, and you'll be set for life. But what if I told you that 17-year-olds sitting in their bedrooms playing video games are out earning surgeons who went through over a decade of school and hundreds of thousands in debt? Sounds insane, right? Well, it's real. And today, we're going to break down exactly how teen streamers are making more than doctors, how this new wave of digital creators flipped the entire definition of a real job, and why parents around the world are panicking. Let's start with the truth. We're living in an economy where attention is worth more than a college degree. If you can hold people's eyes for even a few seconds, you can turn that into real money. Sponsorships, ads, donations, merch, brand deals. The whole system runs on eyeballs, and the kids who grew up online, they're masters at grabbing them. Take Clicks, a Fortnite streamer who's still barely in his 20s. He started streaming as a teen and was pulling in over $70,000 a month at his peak, not counting sponsorships. Kai, who started streaming when he was still in high school, has made over $3 million in a single year from Twitch subs alone. Meanwhile, a typical doctor in the US earns about $230,000 a year after 10 plus years of education, sleepless nights, and student loans. That's not just a small difference, that's an entirely different universe. Now, this isn't some overnight miracle. These kids didn't just stumble into millions. There's an entire system behind why this is happening. First, the platforms themselves. Twitch, YouTube, and Kick have basically become modern day gold rushes, except instead of pickaxes, people are using webcams and gaming chairs. Streaming exploded during the pandemic, and even though things calmed down, the demand for live content never died. People love feeling connected, and live streaming gives them something that TV, TikTok, or Netflix can't: real, raw interaction. When you tune into a stream, you're not just watching someone play a game, you're hanging out with them, you're talking in chat, you're sending emojis, donations, jokes, and that feeling of connection is addictive. That's where the money comes in. Every time someone subscribes on Twitch, the streamer gets about half of that $5, unless they're big enough to negotiate a better split. Now imagine having tens of thousands of fans paying $5 every month on top of sponsorships and brand deals. It adds up fast. And when you factor in donations, where fans literally send hundreds or even thousands just to get their name read aloud, the numbers go from crazy to astronomical. Some of these teen streamers pull in more in one stream than a doctor does in a month. It's not an exaggeration, it's a new digital goldmine. But here's the twist: it's not just about luck or even gaming skills anymore. These young creators have turned entertainment into a business. They know how to package their personalities, create viral clips, build loyal fan bases, and keep people watching for hours. They're not just playing games, they're running full-scale media empires from their bedrooms. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the problem with all this. For every teen who becomes a millionaire streamer, there are thousands who fail. Streaming looks easy, but it's brutal. You're competing with millions of other people all trying to do the same thing, get someone's attention. And unlike a regular job, there's no salary, no benefits, no stability. If your views drop, your income disappears overnight. A doctor might have to go through years of school, but once they're in, they have a stable career. A streamer, they can be forgotten in a week. That's the dark side no one talks about. And yet, teens keep chasing it because for the first time ever, the possibility of getting rich young feels real. The internet has democratized fame. You don't need Hollywood. You don't need talent agents. You just need a phone, Wi-Fi, and something interesting to say or show. Platforms like YouTube and Twitch turned what used to be a hobby into a legitimate career path. A teenager can go from unknown to millionaire in a year, and everyone sees it happen publicly. When you see someone your age buying a mansion from streaming Fortnite or opening packs in FIFA, it makes college look, well, kind of outdated. Why spend $200,000 on med school when you can buy a PC, stream for free, and maybe make millions? That's the mindset shift. Let's dig deeper into the money trail here, because this is where things get wild. Twitch's top earners, according to leaks and reports, make between $1 million and $5 million a year just from subscriptions and ads. That doesn't include YouTube revenue, sponsorships, or merchandise. For example, Ninja, at his peak, made around $500,000 a month from streaming Fortnite. and that was years ago. Since then, streaming deals, sponsorships, and cross platform monetization have only grown. Meanwhile, Kick, a new streaming platform backed by gambling site Stake, has been offering absurd contracts, like paying streamers 95% of their subscription revenue. One big streamer even made $100,000 in a single day when he switched. This competition between platforms has skyrocketed payouts. The more platforms fight for creators, the more creators get paid. And who benefits most? The young ones who built audiences early, the ones who understand memes, short form content, and how to keep people hooked. Now, let's not pretend this doesn't create tension. Parents see their kids spending hours gaming and think they're wasting time. But from the teens' perspective, they're not just playing, they're building a career. It's like digital entrepreneurship. Some of these kids study algorithms instead of algebra. They're analyzing engagement rates, learning editing, branding, storytelling, things schools don't teach but that actually make them money. It's wild when you think about it. A 16-year-old who knows how to market themselves online could be making business decisions more complex than most adults make at work. And that's part of why this topic is so fascinating, because it flips the entire traditional success formula upside down. But let's pause for a second. If streaming is so powerful, why isn't everyone doing it successfully? Here's the challenge. The market is saturated. Millions of streamers go live every single day, but 99% of them will never break even. Most streamers average less than 10 viewers, so while the success stories make headlines, the failures stay invisible. And that's what makes the winners stand out even more, because when someone does break through that wall, it's explosive. They get noticed by sponsors, by other creators, by fans. They start collabing, networking, and growing faster. The top 1% of streamers control almost 80% of the total viewership on Twitch. In other words, it's not a fair system, but the ones who win, win big. Let's take a moment to compare what it takes to be a doctor versus what it takes to be a successful streamer. To become a doctor, you need at least 10 to 14 years of training, undergrad, med school, residency. You need to pass exams, get licensed, work insane hours. You deal with real lives, real stress, and often real burnout. You're paid well, but you've sacrificed a huge chunk of your youth. To become a streamer, you can start tonight. No degree, no permission, no gatekeepers. The only barrier is how much people care to watch. That's the new reality. Attention has become the most valuable currency on earth. The people who know how to capture it, no matter how young, are getting rewarded faster and bigger than ever before. But here's where it gets interesting. The more these young streamers earn, the more they're influencing culture. They're not just entertainers, they're becoming the new celebrities. Their opinions shape trends. Their reactions move markets. When a streamer promotes a product, it can sell out in minutes. When they joke about a topic, it becomes a meme within hours. And brands know it. Companies used to spend millions on TV ads. Now they pay a teenager to wear a hoodie on stream, and it gets more results. That's the power shift we're living through. Traditional careers are losing prestige, while online influence is becoming the new currency of success. Now, here's the twist most people miss. Streaming isn't just about money. For a lot of these teens, it's about freedom. Freedom to control their schedule, their content, their voice. They're their own boss. No professors, no supervisors, no hospital administrators. Just them, their community, and a camera. It's creative control on a level doctors could never dream of. But it also comes with insane pressure. Streamers are on 24/7. They have to constantly entertain, constantly post, constantly grow, or risk fading away. And mental health issues are rampant in the industry because of it. The same audience that builds you up can tear you down overnight. It's fame and fortune, but with a ticking clock. So, how exactly do these teens turn views into millions? Let's break it down. Step 1. Build a community. Every successful streamer starts with a niche. Gaming, reacting, art, whatever. They talk, they interact, they make people feel seen. That's what keeps fans coming back. Step 2. Monetize loyalty. Once you have a loyal fan base, the income starts rolling in. Subscriptions, donations, bits, memberships, merch, brand deals. Even small channels can make thousands a month if they know how to diversify income streams. Step 3. Expand platforms. You're not just on Twitch or YouTube anymore. You clip your streams for TikTok, post highlights on Instagram, upload reactions to YouTube Shorts. The more places you are, the more chances for discovery. Step 4. Build a brand. Eventually, streaming becomes less about content and more about personality. Fans buy you, your style, your humor, your reactions. That's what separates the millionaires from the rest. And that's why even teenagers can scale faster than entire companies. They're agile. They understand internet culture better than anyone else. Now, let's get real for a second. Should we really be comparing streamers to doctors? On paper, it sounds unfair. Doctors save lives, streamers entertain, but economically, the market doesn't care about morality. It rewards attention. And attention is emotional. It's human. We don't pay streamers because they fix hearts. We pay them because they capture ours. That's why people spend hours watching live streams instead of TV. It feels personal. It feels like you're part of something. And that's something medicine, law, or engineering can't replicate. The emotional bond of parasocial connection. In short, people aren't just watching streamers, they're investing in them. Let's also address the cultural shift this represents. 20 years ago, being a content creator wasn't a real career. Parents told kids to become doctors, lawyers, or engineers. Now, those same parents are asking their kids for help starting a YouTube channel. This isn't just about money, it's about status. The internet has changed what success looks like. It's no longer about job titles or degrees. It's about influence, creativity, and reach. When you think about it, the average streamer reaches more people in a day than most doctors do in a lifetime. That's power. And with power comes opportunity to build businesses, launch brands, and change culture in real time. That's why streaming isn't just a job, it's an economy. But let's not sugarcoat it. The same system that creates teen millionaires also burns people out fast. Fame fades, algorithms change, platforms ban people. The money can vanish as quickly as it appeared. There's no pension, no insurance, no guarantees. You have to constantly reinvent yourself to stay relevant. Meanwhile, doctors will always be needed. Their work doesn't depend on trends or clicks. So while streamers might make more money now, doctors still have the stability that streaming will never offer. Still, when you're 17 and you see someone your age buying a Lamborghini off Twitch donations, it's hard not to dream. So, what does this all mean for the future? It means the gap between traditional and digital careers will only grow. More teens will chase streaming dreams, more parents will worry, more universities will struggle to explain why their degrees cost six figures when the internet offers a free alternative to wealth and influence. It's a generational shift, and it's unstoppable. Doctors represent the old world: skill, education, structure. Streamers represent the new world: creativity, freedom, attention. And right now, attention pays better. But here's the catch: it won't last forever. The internet moves fast. Today's teen millionaire could be tomorrow's forgotten name. The only constant is change. So while it might seem crazy that a kid with a controller makes more than a surgeon with a scalpel, it's not luck, it's evolution. The economy of the future doesn't reward what you know, it rewards who's watching. So yeah, teen streamers are making more than doctors, but behind every millionaire gamer, there are thousands grinding for pennies, hoping for their break. It's the new American dream, digitized, decentralized, and streamed live to the world. And if you thought this was wild, wait till you see how Twitch is killing its small streamers. Click on the next video, trust me, it's even crazier. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe.